Persisting racial inequality and poverty remain to be two of the leading global issues in the world. Many people are subjected to starvation, malnutrition, and economic hardship. Human rights are not upheld by nations, let alone the impacts of wars affecting individuals. This culminates in poverty worsening over time and racial inequality being continually exacerbated as a result. Currently, 93 million people in the EU are facing poverty or social exclusion, leading to social and economic deprivation. According to the Human Rights Watch Global Report in 2023, 45% of European respondents of a major survey stated they experienced racial discrimination when they were looking for a job. This situation needs to turn around. Race Forward was created due to the founder's interest in supporting those who are disenfranchised and excluded. Having been to different regions of the world, the founder has observed a devastating environment of economic insecurity and inequality. In some countries, there are widening economic gaps among people, and these gaps are closely related with race. The minorities do not have equal development opportunities and have to undergo work discrimination, leading to detrimental psychological and socio-economic impacts. In addition, the project was born after the founder's interest and close interaction with global issues, talking extensively with experts and conducting research. Race Forwards understand the critical importance of addressing these issues, and therefore it is committed to prioritizing efforts to tackle racial inequality and poverty. In order to create a blueprint for youth globally to advance our common mission, the leadership team behind Race Forward designed the UPLIFT UPLIFT framework, a 6-step action plan to work out solutions with a clear structure and guideline. To unite, to bring together individuals or communities across racial or ethnic lines. To promote, to advocate for equal opportunities, resources, and rights for every individual. To liberate individuals that are subjected to oppressive structures of society and systems. To innovate, to ideate and innovate on the inclusion of the representation, voice, opinions, and recognition of all members. To facilitate underprivileged individuals smoother access for resources. To transform, to bring about positive and fundamental changes in societal attitudes. To realize the UPLIFT framework, Race Forward will conduct 3 key areas of activities covering advocacy, research, and development. These include a multimedia series focused on advocacy and awareness, completing interdisciplinary research-based initiatives, joining and organizing intergenerational focus groups and workshops, and more. Race Forward seeks to engage 500 youth from more than 15 countries and implement over 10 solutions over the next few years. We value advocacy as well as action, and will embrace the opportunity of collective action. We urge you to recognize the global impacts of these ubiquitous issues and embrace your participation and engagement. We welcome everyone of diverse backgrounds and hope to exponentialize impact through collective action. Glad to have you back in this episode of the Race Forward Viewcast. Today, we're excited to introduce the 5th letter of our Race Forward framework, F, which stands for Facilitate. In this episode, we'll explore another crucial aspect of our action plan, discussing how individuals can take proactive steps to facilitate access to education, essential resources, social welfare, and healthcare for underprivileged communities. The theme of this episode, Facilitate, examines how we can ensure equal access to fundamental resources for underprivileged individuals, including water, housing, healthcare, food, and electricity. In Europe, despite decades of economic growth, disparities in income, wealth, living conditions, and nutrition have continued to widen, both between and within countries. These inequalities peaked during the height of COVID-19 and have persisted since, hindering development and undermining social justice. This has not only exacerbated human rights violations, but also poses a threat to democracy, manifesting in social unrest and political division. Thus, Race Forum aims to mitigate the situation by presenting various actionable solutions, giving ways to implement them, and fostering meaningful change. You may wonder, what does lack of access look like in the EU region, especially given the developments of democratic nations and institutes? Well, the reality might be more alarming than you think. It is difficult to imagine, with the rapidly advancing digital transformation of artificial intelligence and space and satellite technology, there are still individuals within the EU region who are not able to afford a meal containing meat, fish, or vegetarian equivalent every second day. In fact, that data point is particularly pronounced in regions of Eastern Europe, where a staggering rate of 44.6% and 43% of people at risk of poverty are unable to afford a proper meal in Bulgaria and Romania, meaning that almost half of them lack access to daily nutrients and are on the brink of survival. Across the EU region, this data point becomes 19.7%, accounting for almost one-fifth of this at risk of poverty population. This highlights a significant disparity within an otherwise affluent region, indicating that millions of individuals struggle with food insecurity while manifesting the ever-present urgent need for leaders and actors to speak out for justice and mitigating social inequality. Likewise, lack of access to clean water is another hidden problem for individuals facing in the EU. According to the World Health Organization in the EU, across the entire EU region, 60 million people still lack access to basic drinking water services, of which over 3 million rely on surface water for direct consumption. This situation poses a serious health risk, as evidenced by the fact that 14 people die every day due to diarrheal disease associated with poor water, sanitation, and hygiene. Therefore, the need to support those affected by these issues becomes clear. As individuals endure such horrific situations, we have a responsibility to raise awareness about these human rights violations, particularly when individuals are not being able to meet their daily necessities. And, most importantly, while our focus is on raising awareness and supporting individuals in the European region, it is crucial to recognize that these issues extend far beyond Europe. Similar problems rise in countries like Mali, Pakistan, Burkina Faso, Sudan, and Nicaragua, where people face even more severe food insecurity and famine, contributing to the loss of countless lives each year. Similarly, according to the UN, 4 billion people, almost 2/3 of the world's population, experience severe water scarcity for at least 1 month each year. This highlights how social inequality and lack of access to essential resources not only transcends borders and nationalities, but also exacerbates the suffering of individuals across the world. Thus, these facts align with our goals of Race Forward. By making tangible progress in Europe, we can demonstrate to the world that meaningful change is possible. We want to make it clear that our goal is centered around inspiring more individuals to take action and gain involved in these critical initiatives. Next, we would like to introduce our action plan of what we can do to mitigate these issues. Firstly, we're currently focused on raising awareness about concerns related to water and food quality, lack of access to education, and healthcare issues. By highlighting those issues, we aim to instill a sense of social justice to everyone's mind and inspire individuals to support organizations. These supports can take in the form of public donations of both capital and essential goods, project funding, and potential collaboration for Race Forward. Secondly, we'll continue researching for geopolitical areas in Europe where individuals are mostly affected, particularly helping those who are most vulnerable. We aim to use quantitative research and fieldwork to conduct investigations starting in Spain, with plans to expand our reach across Europe to broaden our impact. Lastly, Race Forward will promote campaigns, posters, education on these issues, fostering long-term impact, and, as mentioned, inspire more individuals to assist those in need. In conclusion, the message of this videocast is not only to raise awareness about exploring ways to facilitate access to necessities for underprivileged individuals, but also to encourage you, the audience, to take action. By doing this, we hope to accumulate tangible impact across both Europe and even the world, ensuring equal access to all. And that's a major purpose of this video. Thank you so much for joining us, and look forward to meet everyone in our next episode. Thank you.